Well, it's one of the highest profile murder mysteries in modern history. Who killed JonBenét Ramsey? The 6-year-old child model was found dead in the basement of her Colorado home the day after Christmas 1996. The case has haunted investigators for nearly 30 years now. Now, Andy Fox shows us how the murder is getting some attention here in Hampton Roads. Andy?
Yeah, it sure is. The Chesapeake private eyes met John Ramsey while providing him personal security at a conference. They became friends, and John Ramsey also enjoyed reading Patrick Collis's book, Send Me. The private eyes then told Ramsey, "We'd like to help," and Ramsey accepted the offer.
Who killed 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey, a beauty pageant queen, found dead December 26, 1996, in her Boulder, Colorado home? The medical examiner's report determined cause of death, strangulation, trauma to the brain and skull.
One thing that we know for sure, a 6-year-old girl was tortured and murdered. We know that to be fact.
Nearly 30 years later, JonBenét's death is the coldest of cold cases.
I said, well, we'd be interested in looking into it. If there's anything that we can do to help?
Chesapeake private eyes Preston Hocker and Patrick Collis have caught the eyes of JonBenét's father, John Ramsey, after working his convention security detail.
So that's where Isaiah 6:8 comes into play, which is the name of my book, Send Me. Is, I heard the voice of the Lord say, "Who shall I send? Who will go for them?" And I said, "Here am I, send me."
John Ramsey also impressed after reading Collis's story in his book, Send Me. Ramsey accepted Collis and Hocker's offer to work the Ramsey cold case for free. They come prepared with strategy.
I personally am going to focus my approach on the ransom note.
The ransom note states, "Mr. Ramsey, listen carefully. We have your daughter in our possession."
There's a lot to tell there. That's how I'm going to build the profile of the unsub. As you read on it, progressively gets personal, very personal and angry, because then you start referring to him as John.
They believe it was so targeted because the ransom note refers to a rich lifestyle.
Somebody that was close to maybe his work asked for a specific amount of money that was significant to John's finances.
They are hoping the new eyes means new direction for the investigation.
We're just not going to take anybody's word for it at this point.
They think balls were dropped in the investigation early on.
We want to make sure we relook at evidence that maybe some people have said it's not this person, it's not this person. We want to make sure those things are conclusive, not just suggestive.
The challenge is daunting. They don't have the access police detectives do.
They have the ability to compel cooperation. They have the ability to subpoena through the courts and the DA and lawyers. Well, we don't have that. We have to rely on professional courtesy and collective efforts.
Besides a confession, they think untested DNA and private DNA databases like 23andMe will help solve the case.
I'm very confident in that, and so we want to reach out to them and see if they've thought about that. They probably have, but we don't know.
The goal in the end,
we're taking the chance because there's also a chance that we do something that nobody else has been able to do yet, which is find out exactly what happened to this little girl. The only way that evil gets to exist in the world is if good men do nothing. So I think it's a call, not just on us, but on any good man or woman to do what's right.
Now, Patrick and Preston head to Utah on Thursday and will meet with John Ramsey and his wife Jan on Friday. The investigators will lay out their plan, their strategies, and where they think the investigation needs to go. We will keep you posted on how the trip unfolds. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on your side.